What's up guys, I'm Phoenix Master 1 and welcome back for some more Fire Emblem Heroes, and today I'm going to be summoning on the Attuned Nino and Ginnungagap banner, and I'm hoping that I can get all of the focus units. We do have 2 sparks on this banner, and Will is also in the colorless pool as of making this. So yeah, I'm just going to be starting with the colorless stone and hoping that I can get Ginnungagap on my free summon. That would be insane. Okay, yeah, never mind. Yeah, that's too good to be true. Hoping to get Isadora then, maybe. I really like the fact that they didn't give her a generic weapon and they actually gave her a preferred weapon that can support her allies, and she doesn't really need an arcane weapon. Honestly, I'm a big fan of what they have been doing with the Lance Cavaliers, like in this year with Mycen, Noah, and now with Isadora, just giving them the supportive aspect. And now, maybe I can get Nino. I would have liked Jafar as much as I like Nino, because Jafar really needs a solid ult as the Angel of Death, I feel like. But maybe that can happen since attuned units are not going to be released in pairs like many people thought. Chad showing up here. He definitely does not need the arcane dagger. His weapon refine is good enough, I feel like. And here's another demote. Okay, please give me that instant demote that we just have right now. That would be perfect. I did think that maybe Will has got some kind of preferred weapon, but in the end, he just ended up having a new inheritable weapon, which doesn't really do too much, really. Gives you in-combat debuffs on the enemies, on their attack and defense, and just has follow-up negation. So they definitely got us for a minute right there, but since it was an instant demote, I think most people did expect some kind of inheritable weapon. So let us begin with the questions that you guys have left. As always, if you want me to answer any kind of question in a summoning video, you could leave them in the comments with the hashtag question. The hashtag is really important so that I can find your questions. So the first question is by Aqua, and they're asking me, here's another question for you and everyone watching. What do you think about an update to skill inheritance where characters who share the same name and gender for the avatars were able to inherit their preferred skills from each other? A good example would be base Alphonse being able to get Open the Future special. But a scary example might be base Edelgard getting Raging Storm 2, giving her Gale Force, and she already has 3 actions. As always, keep up the good work, and good luck with the polls, and have a great day. Thank you for a question, and this could be the question of the day. What do you think about some kind of inheritance that allows you to inherit the preferred skills of characters to their other versions? They did used to do it kinda with the preferred weapons, but we all saw what happened with Eliwood and Brave Roy, so it's pretty much the reason why they stopped. It's definitely a pipe dream, I would say, because I don't think they're gonna be doing it at this point. They haven't even increased the inheritance slots, so yeah, having this kind of update where you can inherit the older, where you can inherit the preferred skills onto older units is something that they would probably not want. But at this point, I don't know, I feel like we have gone so far that if you give Black Knight, if you give like Black Knight what the special that Zelgius has gotten, I don't think he's gonna be that, big of a upgrade, because he's kind of held back because of his stats as a Gen 1 unit. So I would kind of like it. I would definitely like having the preferred skill of Legendary Salif onto my regular Salif, and of course Attuned Nino giving that Slotsy skill to regular Nino would be amazing. It would definitely bring her to the glory days, even though like Blade Toma is really outdated. So I would definitely like it, but probably not going to be happening. But I guess they could also make a game mode where you could, play with the characters with the preferred skills that their other alts have got. That would be a fun type of scenario for me. Just seeing a what if scenario where like the original, you know, Erica has got Lunar Brace 2 now suddenly. So maybe they could make a game mode out of that, because that would be really cool. I mean, they do have Seer Snare and Hollow Forms in so many of these game modes where you can get the skills, but I would really like that kind of game mode. Just putting preferred skills on units that are not supposed to have them would be a pretty fun experience. So all tickets are exhausted, and so far absolutely no focus unit, and there's no 4-star focus here, so yeah, not gonna be getting easy luck there. Linhardt showing up. Maybe I might have to double spark, I'm not sure. I hope that I can activate the luck. The luck has been definitely present on the main account, I feel like, with the summons that I had with Vale on her banner. The next question is asking me, do you think that tactics drills and grandmaster drills actually help you get better at the game, or they are just annoying puzzles because there's only one way of doing them and all the enemy stats and skills are made, so it's situational? So definitely interesting question, and I think that tactics drills is definitely my favorite game mode. I'm always waiting for the new map every single Thursday or whenever they delay it. So I do think that at certain point it just stops helping you get better, but I think that for a new player, I think skill studies do help you quite a bit, just familiarizing yourself with the skills and the units, and I think that it also really helps you understand the fact that you'll have to read a lot. I can take example of the tactics drill with Ninja Zelgius and Duo Sanaki. And there, if you move your Zelgius up, he's gonna be dying to the green mage. The reason being is that the axe armor across the wall has got threat and resistance sacred seal. So you always have to move Zelgius on to the right side because of that. So it does make you notice those kinds of things, and I think that really helps you because that allows you to understand the fact that you'll have to read in any kind of Fire Emblem game. Because I see this a lot with, especially like after, okay, Isadora showing up here. That's amazing. She's a fan of reading as well. Though I'm not really too sure about her title. Again, English is not my first language, so I'm not sure about the different meanings of a singular word. And minus attack, okay. Yeah, minus attack, master living. So yeah, it does help newer players understand that they have to read, and especially after Awakening, I would say that I've seen many channels, you know, try their hand at Fire Emblem games, and it's always that one thing which kind of holds them back is that they don't even read the skills or read the weapons of the enemies on the map, and they end up, you know, struggling on those kinds of maps. Of course, it does stop helping you, but it does teach you a very important skill, which is the threat identification and win condition identification. Because if you have played the tactics drill grandmaster maps, then you know that there are enemies that you'll have to kill if you need to proceed. So pinpointing that kind of enemy and your win condition is something it is really important with different game modes in FE, with, you know, even competitive modes like Ether Raid, Summoner Duel, stuff like that. So I think it does help you, but yeah, at some point it does just stop helping you get better because you'll have to attack with your dancer to an archer who has got close counter. So things like that can happen for sure, and I definitely understand why people dislike them because the reward is definitely not there. But I really like the puzzle solving aspect of it, so I really enjoy them, and there's no gacha involved in that, so that is also another reason why. So I'm gonna go for the full circle summon here so that I can get the spark, and then I can give up on a color. So I'm definitely gonna be summoning on the green stone for getting Attuned Nino. So yep, Nino it is, and gonna be sparking her. God Isadora, God Nino. Harken can show up. I really like the fact that they've given him the warping like hell just to show his reckless nature, I suppose, which is really good. And there's Fleeting Echo, the damage reduction X scale. Yep, So that is Nino, the Spark unit. Yeah, I'll just summon on the colorless stone and just leave because I just need to aim for Harken and Ginnungagap. Maybe I can get lucky and they can show up before the spark. Some of the tactics drills you really have to think outside of the box, which I definitely really like, but it can definitely not be in line with weapon strangle advantage and effective damage and stuff, because they just have this kind of sandbox where they just create these enemies that are perfectly, suited to be killed or to kill your units for that matter. But yeah, I definitely understand why people don't really like them, because it can take time to solve those, for sure. They are time consuming, and sometimes it can be really annoying to miss that one thing, which is, solving the puzzle. But yeah, definitely not as helpful in improving your gameplay as the game would like you to believe. I feel like there's also a promotional aspect to skill studies where they want to show you the newest and shiniest unit in action, so you're tempted to hopefully pull for them. I think that's also a thing. But again, I think that for a newer player, it can help them just be more familiar with the characters without really pulling them. The next question is by the Real Govika, and they're asking me, what changes would you like to see happen to the Askr trio? Automatic stat increases, remix skills, preferred skills, and more. Yeah, I would definitely want them to have some kind of promotion that allows them to have more stats, because they're still stuck with the Gen 1 stats, and Askr trio are the units that you'll have to use. Okay, let's go. Ginnungagap showing up. She agrees with buffing up Askr trio, because you'll have to use them as the bonus units in, Ether Raids, Arena, and also for the quest. Okay, another minus attack unit? Come on. This is the nothingness. Alright, so let's go with the redstone. Hopefully Harken can just show up here. That would be perfect. So yeah, I would definitely want them to update the BST of Askr trio every single book, because come on, you cannot be making cutscenes out here with Alphonse beating up some kind of new OC that is Gen 8 or Gen 9 with his stats and with his weapon. Like, even if he has got weapon or fine, like, come on, you cannot be showing that. So I would definitely want them to have some kind of promotional outfit, because these are the main characters of your game, so I think they should be updating them. That's definitely one of the things that Faye is really bad at doing. I'll try for another Ginnungagap maybe. She can show up here. Never mind. And like, you don't even have to give them like premium skills if you don't want to, but just update their like stat spread at this point. That would be the bare minimum, like absolute bare minimum. Pala showing up here as the off-focus unit. Okay, I did get the Forma Soul for her, and she's +6 merge, and she's definitely my favorite white wing. But yeah, I would really like to have Alphonse with like open the future and stuff, as discussed earlier in the video. They probably don't want to update the BST of Askr trio, because then they would actually be good in Arena in terms of scoring, and that's fine. If you really want to not do that, at least give them like the phantom stats, like the resplendent stats, which don't really count towards your BST. Just increase that. That would be a great thing. We already cannot get the merges and anything, so increasing their stats would be the bare minimum, I feel like, which should be happening with every single book. Like, literally just do that in the FEH channel for the new book that you always have. Just have a section updating their stats. I think that would be really helpful. 2 Drogs showing up here. And like the classic Fire Emblem fashion, they could have the promotion for them. Like, when are they gonna get promoted? Like, book 8 is about to come up here. You could promote them, give them another outfit, but that's probably saved up for like their legendary versions, for the alternate timeline or something. Yeah, that's probably it. probably kept in a locker for any kind of emergency, honestly. Right, so Hinata showing up here. Yeah, Harken definitely not showing up here whatsoever. One unit I'm gonna be chasing after, and I hope that he can show up here. Longku showing up, alright. Harken's weapon is so amazing for Gale Force. I really love it. He can function as an initiator, he can function as a Wings of Mercy unit. It's just amazing. The next question is asking me, hey PM1, hope you're having a good time. What's your opinion on the new type of heroes that we currently got? Ascended, Rearmed, Attuned. Which ones are your favorite for each category, and which type would you like to see implemented in the future with the new mechanic in mind? Okay, I'm gonna get Fallen Violet there with the question. Thank you for a question, for giving me luck. Second off focus unit, so this is gonna be helping with the focus charge. Yeah, their comment says, personally, rearmed heroes are my favorite because how they can bring value to the older units with near weapons and stuff. But I'm worried that we're gonna be seeing even less arcane weapons now because IS will have to rotate these new types or new heroes banners from time to time. We used to have a rearmed month, but then an ascended month, but now we have to include a tuned month as well. And that's why they have sidelined the ascended units, as we can see with this banner. Because ascended units clearly are not as good for them for like these banners because they are available in the normal summon pool. So yeah, they probably don't want to make any more ascended units. So as for the question for my favorite unit from each type, when it comes to an ascended unit, I think that Joshua is easily my favorite. Like the design and everything is just amazing. So definitely my favorite ascended unit. And then when it comes to the rearmed unit, I think I would say rearmed Sonia is amazing. I like the fact that she's got her preferred skill, and I already like Sonia a lot. And then when it comes to attuned units, we don't really have too many, we just have 3. But out of the 3, I definitely like Nino the most, for sure. And then after that, probably Triandra. And then at last, Peony. Yeah. Even though Peony is a free-to-play goddess, I think as a fairy, I do like Triandra a bit more than Peony, honestly. 2 redstones are nice, and I do think that they could make some kind of, I don't know, multiverse hero? I'm not sure. They could really experiment with different kinds of alts on these characters, even popular lords, with like a what if scenario. So like, you know, what happened? Okay, Lucia is gonna be showing up here. That's the 3rd off focus unit, and now the traffic light is fully charged up. So I could get Harken now if I get lucky. And plus attack Lucia is definitely amazing. So yeah, I would definitely like the what if scenarios, like what happens when like certain thing does not happen in the timeline of a Fire Emblem game. Like what if Grail didn't die, you know, at sort of Path of Radiance? How would Ike be? You know, that kind of thing I think would be pretty nice to see, like the what if scenarios. I would really like to see those. And it always doesn't have to be something bad, honestly. It could even be like a good thing. You know, for example, having, you know, some of the villains not becoming a villain because they didn't go the path where they would become one. So, you know, what happens to them in that kind of scenario? So I would really like them. Maybe like the inverse of the fallen heroes, basically. That could also be a pretty good thing if they want to, but I would just want them to experiment with things at this point, because you can only do them in the mainline Fire Emblem games, and this is a spin-off game, so that's pretty much where you try and do these things. And I really like the fact that they have done the different things with, you know, with Regan and all of the Nidavellir designs and everything, and Ginnungagap is amazing as well with her design. So all of these things might not seem quote-unquote Fire Emblem, but I'm really glad that they have done the experimentation, because at first I was not really that on board with it when it came to book 4 and the fairies. But gradually I thought they're doing good because they're experimenting with things. So that's pretty much what I would want from the new hero type if they're gonna be doing that at any point. And looks like I'll definitely have to spark Harken because he's not showing up despite the traffic lights being fully charged up. Never mind, he's gonna show up right there. Let's go. Harken showing up here. And yeah, thank God he's not minus attack. He has a brave weapon. Minus defense Harken. Yeah, that's not too good, but still at least not minus attack. Really, really love his art. Absolutely amazing and smooth. And let's go with another redstone. I'm gonna be completing the circle. Maybe I get 3 Ginnungagaps or something. That would be cool. I don't think that's gonna be happening though. I don't think I've gotten like 3 units. Like the same units. That seems. Oh my god, maybe it is happening. I'm manifesting it. Plus speed Ginnungagap. Okay. Yeah, the focus charge is still lit up. So another Ginnungagap. Okay, never mind. Emblem showing up here. Yeah, that could be also another alternate scenario. Like, what if, you know, the thing which happens to Emblem does not happen? Now, how does it shape Chrome? What kind of timelines does it lead to? Like the butterfly effects, basically. So that would be interesting to see. And yeah, the final batch having Ginnungagap and Harken is pretty nice. And a lot of people were asking me how many takes it took me to pronounce Ginnungagap perfectly. And I would say that I did all of them on my first try. The reason being is that I was really fascinated with Ginnungagap as a weapon's name when it came to Fates on Iago. So many years ago, I did try and pronounce it, and you know, try to pronounce it correctly. So that's why the practice paid off, because who knew they were gonna make Fire Emblem Heroes and make an OC with that name. So I sparked another Ginnungagap, so that's pretty good. And Harken definitely showed up in the clutch summon. And here I would, okay, colorless stone. I was, you know, trying to get that, but unfortunately not. Maybe I could get Korin here. He's the 4-star focus. This weapon was actually the best weapon for Fallen Dimitri. I remember using it so much on him for the extra true damage, but nowadays that kind of true damage simply not enough. Bluestone, maybe. Nope. Altena showing up. Yeah, please just do not cook like Altena's weapon refine. I'm praying for Rat, who's gonna be getting a refine next month. I'm gonna try for Rhea maybe. Getting extra scowl is gonna be nice. Honestly, I'm kind of surprised that they didn't make like another scout skill at this point. Like attack, defense, scout, stuff like that. They even made like drive scowl at this point. So not sure if they forgot or something like that. Because they do forget the skills at times. Alright, Robin showing up. And I think I have 3 more free summons. Yeah, the weekly revival. Definitely would want it done here from here. Please, just show up. Never mind. I wanted it done to be in the Hall of Form so badly. But unfortunately she was not. I already have a plus 10 Brave Ephraim and plus 10 Harden on this account. So I have to summon on the redstone for Fallen Celica. I'm pretty close to plus 10 merging her as well actually. And the Hall of Forms banner. Yep. So even though I was not really trying to get any of the units from the Hall of Forms, I still got the perfect build for Tharja and Noe, and also for Inigo, which is the first time where I've got, you know, the 3 perfect builds for a Hall of Forms run, honestly. Right, just gonna be summoning on the greenstone. Maybe Ocean can show up. He did get an amazing weapon refine. Honestly, I didn't hope for a weapon refine like that on Ocean. But it's definitely amazing. So yeah, those were the summons on the main account, and now let's go to the free-to-play account. So here I am on my free-to-play account, and last time I did spend quite a bit for you know, Sather merges on my free-to-play account. But again, I'm gonna be going back to saving because we should be getting a Dark Mythic unit at the end of this month. And the data that we have gotten in this update for Attuned Nino and Ginnungagap, we do see a Dark Mythic unit in the data. So that's why I think that I'm just gonna be saving up the orbs. But hopefully I could get lucky. That would be nice. I do have a +2 Mamori on this account. Wouldn't mind getting her, honestly. And the only Ocean I had summoned, I think I killed him for Mirror Stance 3, like many people. Plus speed Sylvain, okay. He wouldn't show up with plus speed Ivy on the main account though. And here I would definitely want Tharja or Noe. Okay, Ares showed up on this summon as well. Here, I think I would like to have Ephraim. Yeah, Ephraim is gonna be helpful. Actually, at this point, we have Special Fighter on Murdoch in the free-to-play pool. So it's not even that helpful. Trying to get Brave Eliwood here. Nope. That's fine. I don't mind getting nothing on my free summons, as long as I can get something good on my ticket summons on the actual banner. So I don't really have Legendary Eliwood, so I think I could try for him. All of these years, I was never really able to pull him on my free-to-play account, and bonus doubler went and gone at this point with deploy status. Still, it is useful, you know, in summoner duels. And here, I think I would try and maybe get Anankos. Yeah, Anankos would be pretty nice as a near savior. Never mind. Got a dragon that I don't really want. From here, I think I'm definitely going to be trying for Ninja Camilla. She's still pretty amazing. And has gotten tools like the Ploy skill, and also Fatal Smoke now to ignore Miracle, and also Alir for giving her the damage reduction piercing, which is pretty amazing. I think I'll just try on the Redstone maybe. I do have Corin already. Another Ares, okay. Alright, so just hoping that the luck can be compounded for the actual ticket summons on the free-to-play account. And maybe I'm able to get, okay, no green stones, unfortunately. That's a bit unfortunate. I would like to get Ginnungagap if I can on the free-to-play account. If I get lucky, that is. But I'm just going to be using my free summons. Not going to be doing any kind of orb summons. We're going to be getting the tickets for the double special heroes banner as well. So that is pretty good. And we're going to be getting, I believe, like 5 free tickets, which is quite nice. Okay, so far colorless stones have not really given anything. I'll try for Attuned Nino. I don't have any kind of attuned unit on the free-to-play account. No Triandra or Peony. So hopefully Nino can show up. Yeah, I'm gonna try for the Greenstone again. At least Greenstone does have more chances of giving you the 5-star unit, so definitely works in these kinds of free summon scenarios. And 2 Greenstones, okay. Do I want to spend the orbs? Do I really want to do it? Maybe Cloud Summon would come through, I'm not sure. Let's go on the Greenstone, please. Hope this was worth it. Okay, never mind, Echidna. Still 2 colorless stones here. I think I'm not gonna be summoning on the blue stone though. Maria, not the fallen version, who's really good. I mean, she's kind of fallen off, I would say, a bit at this point. And Kaze, yeah, this was definitely not worth it. That was a mistake on my part. Yeah, that was a mistake. So yeah, those were the summons on the free-to-play account. Unfortunately, didn't really get anyone here, but that's fine. That happens. I hope that the luck is compounding for a better time, and I hope you all enjoyed this video. Let me know in the comments how your summons went, and if you enjoyed this video, then make sure to leave a like and a comment. Helps me tremendously, and if you really enjoyed, you could always support me directly by using super thanks down below or by becoming a YouTube member. And for more FAE videos, make sure to subscribe and hit the notification bell, because YouTube sub boxes are about as functional as the amount of whale I summoned in this summoning session. So with that said, I'll see you guys next time. Thank you so much for watching and have a great day.